So you're thinking about getting your real estate license, but you're just not sure how? First, high five on an amazing decision. Real estate's been a brilliant career for us, and it was a second career for me after I transitioned out of corporate. So I'm a huge fan. And in this video, we're going to tell you the 6 steps on how you can get your real estate license in Texas. Stay tuned. I'm Brian White. So getting your real estate license is a brilliant first step towards building a terrific career. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of training. So we provide training each and every week on some of the things that will help you build your business. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss one of those updates. Now let's get into 6 steps to you getting your real estate license in Texas and getting started on that brand new career. Step 1 is you got to take your classes. There are 180 hours of training required to get your Texas real estate license. That's broken down into 6 different courses, and those courses are the same for everybody. The thing that's different is how those courses are delivered. And here, you've really got to know, how do you learn best? Because there are a variety of ways that the class can be taken. There's in-class instruction. There are some options called a blended environment where you go sometimes in class and you go sometimes online. There are options where you can take the classes via Zoom or via virtual classroom. You're sitting, you're watching, you're on your computer, you're doing you're watching videos at home. And then the last version is it's via book and book an online test. And really there's no interactive instruction going on there. That's just you getting into it and getting after it. So the thing you need to know is, how do you learn best and what's going to be the best option for you? There are different speeds that you can move in each. Obviously, if you're entirely in a classroom situation, then those are longer days, but it moves much, much faster. If you're doing it via book and you're just trying to tackle it yourself, well, then maybe that's going to take a little bit longer and you need to plan for that time. So it's really up to you in terms of what option is going to work best. We're going to include a link in the description to some of the options that are available to you, and hopefully that'll make your first step in the process a little bit easier. So the second step is you got to pass an exam. So for each of those 6 courses, there is a final exam required, and you've got to pass those exams with a minimum score of 70%. They are proctored exams. You'll have to schedule a time for you to be watched, but you can take those tests and pass at a minimum of 70%. Once you've been able to pass all 6 courses with that minimum score, then you can move on to the next step. Step 3 is you apply for your license with the Texas Real Estate Commission, also known as TREC. This is really the first step on the process. You're on your way. Once you've applied for your license with the Texas Real Estate Commission, you can move on to step 4, and that's getting your fingerprints. So one of the things about real estate agents becoming realtors is that there's a background check associated with that. And that background check and those fingerprints are one of the things that give consumers a level of safety and a level of assurance that you are safe and that you're qualified to do the job. So be sure and get those fingerprints and that background check, because they're super important. Once that comes back, then you can move on to step 5. And step 5 is taking your exams. There are actually 2 different exams that you're going to have to take. And you'll schedule time with somebody like Pearson View to have your tests taken in person. There are 2 different tests. The first is the national exam, and it's no joke. It's 85 questions, and you've got 2.5 hours to complete that portion. So it's a legit national real estate test. The second piece is the Texas licensing exam, and it's 40 questions, and you've got an hour and a half to do that. So all in, you're looking at 125 questions and like 4 hours of testing. Working with people when they're buying or selling a home, you're helping people navigate some of the biggest transactions of people's lives, and it's super important. So I'm really glad that they made the Texas licensing course difficult. That way, once you get through the process, you're ready for a successful real estate career. Okay, once you get through the gauntlet of passing that 4-hour exam, you're ready to pick your broker. This is step 6. This is the last thing that you've got to do before getting your Texas real estate license. Now, picking a broker is a really big deal. In Texas, all agents for the first 4 years of their real estate career have got to be associated with a broker. My wife Tisha and I are associated with EXP Realty, and it's been the best decision of our lives. So when you're choosing your sponsoring broker, you need to ask a number of really important questions. The first is certainly, what's the split? So what's the financial package? And that's kind of where a lot of people stop. The second is training. The third is going to be around leads. And then the fourth thing you should talk about is, what are all of the different ways that I can make money at your brokerage? Now, those are all areas where we believe that EXP Realty shines and reasons why we came to EXP. But that last one is a really big deal. At EXP, we like to talk about being on the superhighway. And that's a big, fast, 3-lane highway because there are 3 different ways for you to earn income at EXP. You can and should grow a successful, thriving real estate business. And EXP's got a ton of training and tools and methods to get you leads to help you grow your business. The second way is there are a variety of ways to earn stock at EXP. You earn stock for doing all of the normal things that I just talked about. So while you're growing your real estate business, while you're closing deals, while you're doing all of the things that you got your real estate license to do, there are a ton of ways for you to earn stock at the company. You should definitely check out one of our other videos where I dive deeper into the ways that you can get stock at EXP. EXP is an agent-owned company. Because all of our agents do have stock, we are agent-owned, and everyone is incentivized to grow the company, and therefore we're incentivized to help other agents in our market and across the country to have super successful careers. I'm excited that you're getting started in your career and would love to help you in the next step on your journey. The last way that you can earn money at EXP is through something called introducing people to the company. EXP has a way of incentivizing agents to introduce other agents to EXP. Because we're agent owned, the more agents join the company, that stock price for all of us goes up. So the more the stock price goes up, the more all of us earn. In addition to that, there's something called revenue share, which is effectively a residual. Agents that introduce other agents to EXP get the privilege of earning a small residual for each and every person on each and every transaction up to $2,800 per year. So it can be a really lucrative opportunity in addition to growing a thriving real estate business and earning stock doing the same things that we do each and every day. That's the great thing about real estate. It's an entrepreneurial business, and there are so many different ways to earn a living, both now and into the future. I'm super excited that you've decided to take this journey. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to learn more about EXP, then hit that link in the description and schedule time with me. I'd love to chat.